Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode on Minecraft where I'm honestly not sure where my last recording or anything like that kind of left off. Spoilers, I guess. Let's go for a walk. So, I'm pretty sure from the weird upload schedule that I had last week at the time of uploading this video and at the time of recording this video, I've been a little, not there because I was sick. Still kind of am. Still recovering. I still have a cough in my throat. I still am trying to recover. Which means I unfortunately can't record lines very well without having the raspy voice. And I can't actually record The Sun Shines Over Us without coughing every 5 minutes. Which, if I'm being honest, I don't really want to do. So I think instead I'm going to work on my Minecraft since I don't have to do a lot of talking. Which, by the way, I haven't been doing at all. So I'm going to show you guys a quick time lapse of all the things that I've been doing, because, I've been doing it. But then again, I could just show you, because, I have been working on a sketch for how I wanted this to look, and the sketch looks pretty okay, as it has just the right amount of cubes, just the right amount of details. However, this part right here I still haven't fully figured out yet, but I think I have a decent idea. And as for the rest of the build, it definitely requires a lot more stuff. So I think I'm just going to show you guys while having a little bit of stuff on screen, just for you guys to see my building process and how long it took for me to actually get to building. Because I know I said that I wanted to have like doors and like a little yard area over here. And I think I'm still going to do that. I think I'm just going to add a little section connecting to it. Or not connecting to it, but maybe a section back here. Not back here. I don't know. I'm kind of spitballing here. Definitely something connected to it, so that way it can go out into a nice little area. Although I am gonna need to patch up that hole, and I'm gonna need to level all this out, which is gonna be a lot of terraforming. So I think I'm gonna leave that till last. But at the end of the day, the build is pretty good so far. I had a little indentation down here to kind of show the big strong foundation that you can't really see all the way, as you can't really see it on this side. You kind of just see it from the back of this side. Also, all this brick, I'm gonna be honest, looks kind of shit. I didn't expect the brick to look like shit, so I think we're gonna add that brick to the top bit. So I actually went mining in the nether and in the swamp. And also, this guy's still here. To get a bunch of mangrove and to get a bunch of crimson stems. I wanted to get 2 shulker boxes full, but if I'm being honest, mining that shit takes so long and I'm so lazy. And by lazy, I mean lazy. I don't want to mine all that shit. It takes so fucking long just to get not that much wood, and they're so annoying to mine. Like, they look nice, but they're so annoying to mine, I gotta be honest. Regardless, yeah, this giant thing is kind of proving to be a little useless. Well, not useless, it's useful, it's just that it's just not the thing. I've made a sugarcane farm so that we can get more fireworks a lot faster. And it's kind of been just clearing out. It's only 2 layers, so I'm genuinely thinking about putting the rest of it, like, just towards the center. So that way it's more connected to this. So that way that space is still free, while this space right here being taken up by something. And also the whole thing, this is kind of like just a prototype. I like the design, I like the build. Maybe I'll add more details as I build it, but I'm definitely going to move it more towards the center, which is why I wanted to move that all the way over here. And then of course, I did move all of it to the middle by 1. If I have this on. I did move the entire structure in by 1, and once we get it up to, I'm gonna say 4 or 5 blocks above this layer right here, that's when we're gonna go in 3 blocks, and that's where we're gonna start adding the brick foundation, as that's where we're gonna have the steam vat and everything like that. Like, I do have a sketch that I did make, but I put it on my homework, so I'm not gonna show you that. Regardless, that's kind of the plan. And obviously we're going to replace all of this with a mix of mangrove and crimson wood. So that way it can still match the thing down here. I wasn't really expecting brick to look that bad. It's been a while since I've used brick. But I was also kind of just trying to make the design as good looking as I could. Especially while I was trying to build it, because when I was building it, I did try to make like a lot of different things. I tried to make an arch. I tried to make a nice little hole for the pipe to go into. I tried a lot of things, and this ended up looking the best. And I think I'm gonna keep the design as well, just so that way we can, you know, keep the design. And I do like the fact that some of the doorways are able to lead out into the big factory, which is the industrial zone behind the factory. If I'm being honest, it kind of feels like Poppy Playtime with that slanted roof design, if I'm being honest. Also, while I was working on the wall, I actually decided to attempt to connect the main build to the storage silo, which technically it can, with this little entrance right here. We'll obviously need to redetail this entire wall to work with this entrance, obviously, but the main build is officially now connected to this wall, which we'll get to work on at some point or another. We also have the main bridges. I don't know what they're called. The grape bridges. That's gonna go extending all throughout this factory to get to my different builds, so that way I can get to my different stuff, which for some reason the sugarcane thing is not working. Is it just growing that slowly? It probably is, but goddamn. No, it's almost there. It is just growing slowly. Okay, sorry. Keep as you were. Regardless, or maybe it's stuck. Is it stuck? Shouldn't be. Anyway, I just built that temporarily. Also, we have this little dark gap back here that I do not want. I kind of want that gap to be bigger so that way there's enough light in there. And then there's also the actual build itself. Obviously, we're going to have iron golems down here so that way if anything spawns, it gets killed immediately. And then I was thinking about moving some Malay over here so that way they can help with the picking up of the clay and moving it to a specific location. And I'm pretty sure I already showed you guys the door. Oh. Okay. So it's a simple mechanism that honestly you don't really need. Like literally looking at this screenshot, like if I were to press F1, you can literally see all the redstone right here. You press this, observer observes it, sends a 1-tick pulse into this, which goes into this, and then causes the piston to push that and leaves it there. However, if you tick it again, it does the exact same thing, but instead it pulls it back out. While I was in the redstone world trying to make a little design out of this, I was overcomplicating it. I was doing way too much, and then I was like, you know what? Just do this. It works just fine. And if you don't put this here, which I don't actually know why I put... I only have the one, because, you know, you only need the one right here. Okay, you need the one behind the piston. Because without it, it's not going into the piston. Let me just take that and observe and show you guys what happens when you don't put it correctly. Oh, well, there's the redstone. Oh, what the hell? Where did I get the black wool from? And more importantly, where's my redstone chest? Shulker. Where's my redstone shulker? There it is. Blink. First, let me go put this over there. Alright. If I take some lime wool, right, place that right there, then place this here. It still works, but it's only powering the bottom piston. It's not powering this one. And you want it to power both, so that's why you have this. As if you power the block, not only will it power this, it'll power both at the same time. As here's the thing. I can remove this, but it won't power a single thing. the thing that's powering the bottom one is the fact that that the redstone is being targeted into this and redirected into this. And because it's a full block power, it's actually going to power the bottom one as well, which is why both of these work the exact same way, and you're not just getting one at the bottom, you're getting both. Now, what in turn happens if we remove the bottom wall? Right? If it's a full block powering, and pistons are technically transparent blocks, what happens to the bottom one? It still powers. Why? Because this is powering into this, and the power is going into the bottom one from this. It's not going from the block. It's not going from the block in the back. It's going from here to here, which is why it still works. And also really good for AFK, because at the moment everything's open, and plus things can spawn down here. So if I'm like, really AFK, then I can just stay here until I hear the bell ring, or until I've used up all the dirt in the dropper. Yeah, see, look at that. So cool. And then once I'm done, I can literally just do this, go out, and then make my way up. Which I think I'm going to add a water elevator somewhere, just so that way it's easier to get up and down. But, I mean, it is water punk. It would make sense. But yeah, regardless, that's basically the long and short of how all that works. And yes, I had to make so many pistons for the top bit, just because of how long, you have no idea how long and how many materials it took me just to make all of that shit. I made so many pistons. I grabbed a lot of wood, a whole lot of wood. I mined out the majority of an oak forest, I don't even remember where. I just flew in a random direction and said, fuck this oak forest. And by the time I finished building this monstrosity, I ran out of pistons. So I was like, alright, gotta build this thing. So I just grabbed all the pistons in the fucking world. Because yeah, you do need a shit ton. I don't know how Mumbo gets his redstone in his world, but holy shit. But yeah, this monstrosity does do a lot of shit. It does a lot of shit. I think I should probably remove this redstone since it's not in use. Oh yeah, if you're wondering what that is over there, that's where I was growing my trees, so that way I didn't have to grow... That's funny. There's a certain distance between... Oh, excuse me. There's a certain distance between where you can look him in the eyes and it'll do nothing. I'm pretty sure if I looked him in the eyes right now, yeah, nothing's gonna happen. Oop. Bro sensed it. Bro fucking sensed it. Holy shit. That's funny. That's funny right there. Dude fucking sensed my bullshit and was like, I fucking see you, don't try it, bitch. That's funny. That's funny. Alright, I guess it's time to remove all this wool then. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, there's a bunch of creepers over here that just kind of got trapped. One of them's actually named. Oh, crap. I think I have an idea, actually. I'll be right back. Wow, first try. Holy shit. Loyalty 3, Impaling 4, Channeling, and Unbreaking. That's... Holy shit. First try, too. Nice. Okay, yeah, it needs to be in a lightning storm, unfortunately. Hey, guys. Why don't I just pop that down right there? Call it a day. Neener, neener, neener. Neener, neener, neener. Neener, neener, neener. Neener, neener, neener. Alright, popped a lightning rod right down there. Got up myself this. I'm gonna go put mending on it. Be right back. after watching a little bit of Mumbo's video, I actually found the clip that I wanted to show you guys, if, you know, I do end up showing you. And this looks way too cubic. Like, I'm gonna be honest, it looks way, way, way too cubic. We need to add a little bit of depth to this build. We need to add some depth. So, I'm gonna need to map some things out. So obviously we're gonna have a 4-corner, and I guess I'm gonna have to see how much depth I can add to this. This is gonna be a while. Okay, well, surprisingly, this build is, you know, not even. Definitely not. There's no middle, surprisingly. So yeah, down there is definitely the original build. The rest of this, I'm surprised, just sprang up from nowhere. Regardless, lowered that. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mine this down 7, 8-ish blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7. And that's 8. So if we go 7, right? The transition block. Then that means that it kind of transitions while also not at the same time. Just to show you guys what this is going to look like. There we go. Now it's at the original height. And it ends up adding a little bit of depth. Now, also, this is very short. Normally the depth would be all the way down here. But I'm going to do the depth on the front, and then we'll see what it looks like on the back. On the bottom. Actually, we're going to do the depth all the way around. We're going to have to do the depth all the way around. But I do actually want to make a place to stand up there. So what I'm actually going to do is we're going to go right here, go 2 blocks down, and we're going to immediately place a nice little area to stand in. Okay, the only thing that I do find annoying whenever I'm building is I'm in such a flow state, right? Like, I'm in such a fucking flow state. And then as soon, and I do mean as soon as I'm in that state, it's nighttime and I have to go back and sleep. Like, come on, dude. Seriously? You're gonna do me like that? Really annoying. Now I have to fly all the way back up here. And then get back in the flow state. Okay, adding depth definitely made a whole lot of difference. It definitely made a whole lot of difference. Now, if we were to add depth to every single side... Oh my god, that's gonna be so much work. It makes it look like a castle, kind of, but it really only makes it look like a castle if I actually kept that pattern going down. And I really don't want to do that. But, okay. Whatever. I'm gonna keep doing this, I guess. How the hell are you alive? Just out of pure irony of me trying to get a charged creeper, it actually ended up going in there. That's so funny. Like not a charged creeper, obviously, but like an actual creeper ended up just randomly just going in there. That's really funny. Anyway, that's 2 sides done. And I gotta say, looking at it from all the different angles, I can definitely say that it definitely needed a little bit more depth. It looks so good. I'm really proud of it. I'm actually really proud of it. Really proud of how this came out. It looks super cool. And that's basically all I needed to do. Like, everything on the inside and the outside is basically done. All we need to do now is map out where we want the giant tubes to go, and just add a little bit more machine parts whenever we're done and starting to do the details. Right now, it's still in the brush strokes, so at the moment, it is still very, very good. I'm still going to add an iron golem over here, so I guess I should probably go grab the materials for that. And I added some iron golems to prevent things from spawning up there. well, it's not going to prevent things from spawning. It'll just make sure that they don't spawn too much. And now we have the giant pipes on the top. But before we do that, let's replace this with the wood type that I want, or I guess, to be more accurate, wood types that I want. Yep, that's another chest. That goes in here. And that goes in here as well. Anyway, like I was saying, time to replace all that brick that we placed and use these woods instead. Which we're actually going to be using the plank variants instead of the logs. So we're going to have way more to work with. And on top of that, it'll actually look kind of bricky, but it'll actually have the right color palette. And we're basically just going to be rinsing and, you know, taking out what we don't want and what we do want. Plus, I think it would be a... Oh my... How long have I been playing this game and I still can't land with my Elytra? Help. Thank you. Just barely. Whatever. Anyway, I think that creeper's still over there. Yeah, it is. Time to replace all of these bricks with wood. I genuinely thought I saw a spider, but no, that's just weird depth right there. That's weird. That's so weird. Anyway, time to replace all this with variants of this stuff. This is going to be the main block, it's just that this is going to be a little darker variant, so that means we're not going to be using our pick anymore, we're going to be using an axe. Nice. Can't wait for that. Okay, I think this looks way better because now instead of being completely separate from this thing, it actually looks like like brick that's just been painted, and maybe some of it is kind of getting old and, you know, muddy. But I do like the accent that I put onto it that makes it kind of split, kind of, I guess. A few small parts of it are a little bit empty, but that's fine, as we're going to be adding way more to the sides. And over here, I think we're just going to add a giant vent looking thing, which actually does add quite a bit. I mean, I do kind of want to round it off a little bit more, so that was not too cubic, but at the same time, you know, maybe I will round it out. Maybe I will, let me go round it out real quick. Okay, rounding it out definitely made it look better. Just not as good as I thought it would, but it does make it look better. There we go. Now that looks way better. Now it kind of actually looks like a round bit. Right there, that's fine. I don't really care about that. Over there, you can barely notice it. But it actually looks way better. And when we get more grates in there, it'll actually look pretty good. Same thing with the actual build itself. I'm really proud of it. I'm really happy with how it turned out. It looks really good. Now all that's left to do is to actually put, also the iron golems are still here, still patrolling, still doing their great things. But all that's left to do is map out where we want these steam vents to go. So let's go do that. I think this looks good. I think this design definitely looks good. I don't know if I want to even it out a bit, but I think this is fine. This one's going to be the shorter one, this one's going to be the medium one, that one's going to be the shortest, and this one's going to be the tallest. Now all that's left to do is to actually see... What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? Anyway, the only thing that's left to do is to actually just see how tall I want these to be. Also, all that's left, I guess, to actually do is to put glass here, but I need to go mine that, so I guess I'll go do that. But first, I want to measure. So let's measure. Now that definitely starts to look good. Again, brush strokes. Again, we're just doing the brush strokes. We're not actually going to be putting a lot of details into it right now. But I am currently out of build materials, so we're going to have to take a break from that, unfortunately, because I'm completely out. And wow, a lot of my inventory space is starting to run out. We're also going to need more fireworks. Which means we need more paper. And we're going to need a bunch more stuff. So that's fun. Oh, hello. Wow, looks like you guys are having a rough day. Careful who you hit with those. That's cool. Alright, this build is getting very, very close to done. All I need is some sand, enough grates to patch that up, and yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Well, a bunch of tough blocks, obviously, but I mean, besides that. Alright, guess I'm on the hunt for another shulker box, as I have so many, and this build isn't even close to done yet. Alright, this one has the least stuff in it, so I guess I'll take it. Oh, this one's also empty. I'll take that one as well. Alright, I did some leveling up off camera because I wanted to heal up my tools, and I also wanted to go another go at getting respiration. But the brush strokes are officially done, the rest of the build is also technically done. All the glass is in place, it looks really good. I'm actually really happy with it. I think this red line actually adds way more, so I think I might actually remove this little edge and put another red line, just so that way it has contrast between this and this. But the fact that you can't really see it just adds way more, because you can't see it. And it looks towering, and that's the thing I wanted. And on top of that, the steam vats definitely do look good. Maybe I'll make them bigger, maybe I'll keep them the same size, but definitely want to add more details. The only reason I put these little lips here is so that way I could actually view the top portion and how I wanted that to look. Which, yeah, I know, it's the brush strokes, we'll add details later, but for right now, I definitely like the way it looks. And the tall one definitely surpasses this, which is now, to make the ultimate test. Oh, hello Mr. Creeper. Bye, bitch. So yeah, you're coming over here, and you see the house. You don't really see the steam vats, but you see them once you're here, and yeah, it definitely looks like a giant factory, which is what I genuinely wanted, and it looks so fucking good. I'm really happy with how this build turned out. And I'm actually really happy with the brush strokes. I can't wait to start adding in the details, so I guess that's technically the end of the video. Now, I'll be honest with you guys, the reason this video took super long is because I definitely didn't have a plan. I started building this thing without a plan, and it started splitting, and the building process started splitting into 2 videos. But now, I'm hoping that now that I have a plan, and that the brush strokes are basically done, we can start adding in so many good details. Like, a lot of tubes coming out the back to actually show a lot of steam being pumped into the factory. Then we're going to have ourselves a nice little docking bay area where we can actually have cranes and a bunch of crates and stuff. Maybe an actual vehicle of some sort. Ooh, I'm actually getting ideas. I kind of want to make a train. You know, if you've ever seen Hermitcraft and you've seen Scar's train, I kind of want to make a train like that. I really do. That sounds fun. And it'll definitely test my building skills. This definitely has. Oh, we definitely need to add an iron golem up here just so that way nothing does spawn. But we do definitely need to add way more details than just this. And add way more details over here, like maybe a few vents to kind of let out some steam, whether it's campfire steam or effect steam. Then a lot of pipes out the side, so that way you can actually end up more steam vats, I guess. And then obviously over here, this is kind of just the main factory, so you're not going to really see all that. But maybe some pipes coming up the sides here, a ladder going up, obviously. And then, of course, I already have planned a giant pipe right here that's going to go from here down and connect right into here. It's actually going to come out into a socket and then go up into another socket and then go forward. But what's going to be holding it up, you may ask? Oh, we're going to add some scaffolding underneath it, and we're definitely going to add another pipe going straight down. And we're definitely going to have to level out a little bit of this just to make that happen, if we need to. But at the end of the day, the build is basically done. The brush strokes, I guess. So, next episode, which will probably be 2 weeks from now, maybe 3, I don't know, this took a very long time. We'll start adding in all the finishing touches, all the finishing details. And then in the 3rd episode, we'll finally work on the interior of this massive construction. Because, yeah, there's going to be a big interior. Not only are we going to be adding water elevators in the... Oh, and you know what? Actually, hang on. If I real quickly go in here, right, then I can actually show you what I'm envisioning, right, for the interior. Again, we're jumping the gun a bit, but might as well show you. So, in this, we're going to close off this top area right here. So, that's going to be blocked off from here. But basically, we're going to have a bunch of technical things. This is going to be moved over there. And we're going to add way more industrial stuff in here. But on top of that, we're actually going to start working on a nice base interior. So that way this entire area is more factory oriented. And we're going to add a bunch of pipes, a lot of industrial things. Definitely that giant engine over there. Maybe we'll move it over here or something. I don't know. And once we actually start making this walkway a little bit easier to move around in, we'll start putting in the pipes so that way they actually connect to certain places. And we'll make the giant water pipe up there to connect to certain places, make this super effective and really, I guess, add a lot of widdly bobs and doodads and stuff. And once we make it to the very far edge, we'll add a little staircase going up, or maybe an elevator, maybe. A glass elevator would be nice. To go up here, which is where the office section is going to be. And we're going to have a nice little set of offices with a grand office all the way in the back over here. Kind of like a glass office type deal. And of course, I do kind of want to block these off, but at the same time I really don't. So I think what I'm actually going to do is we're going to have a couple of steam vats, right? I think what we're going to do to make those both a way for me to get in and out with my Elytra, and so that way they're practical. Well, in and out with Elytra is already practical, but so that way they actually have a reason to be open, is we're actually going to have a bunch of steam vats going up there, and we're going to have water on the bottom. So that way, if we go down into one, the water pressure will actually lead us all the way throughout the factory and take us out in one exit junction. And if we want to get out, we'll just take another one and we'll follow the path all the way through. Kind of like that Legend of Zelda. I think, actually, yeah. I'm pretty sure, if you guys remember, whenever I did the Legend of Zelda randomizer, there was a dungeon that actually had a bunch of water currents while I was, in the Zora... No, not Zora Cape. What's it called? The pirate dungeon, where there was just a bunch of paths. No, it wasn't Zora Cape. It was the ocean dungeon. You have to take a lot of water areas and go through along with the current, and that's kind of what I want to do. And that is actually a pretty good idea. I think I'll do that. That sounds really cool. And it'll actually add a lot of practicality to getting around this place, and it'll actually be really cool to design. I am having the time of my life. That sounds so much fun. But that's jumping the gun. I do still need to design it, and I still need to do so much stuff with that. But at the moment, I am really happy with how this place is turning out, and I'm really happy on the both practicality and the good-looking part of the steam vats. Now, of course, we still have a shit ton of details to work on, and we definitely still have a lot of work to do, but it is going to be so much fun to work on, and I cannot wait to actually get started. So, without any further ado, I guess it's time for me to end this video. Now, yes, of course, I do want to work on the lighting so that way we don't have any mobs coming in and out of here, which is also why I kind of want to work on the interior. When I start working on the interior, I'll be able to add lights, I'll be able to add structure, and so that way things like these zombies, wherever the hell he went. Wait, how's there a gap? That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, next episode we'll be working on the fine details on the exterior and making it look actually industrial and actually make this place come alive. And also, I did forget to mention the effect parts. Yeah, I do realize how those can be problematic. However, if I place them in a specific orientation and in a specific way, I'm actually going to be able to fly right through them. And so much so that I'll probably get familiar with the path, so that way I don't actually, die from them. But regardless, that's going to be the next episode. So again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed following me on this journey. That took way longer than it should have, because then I got sick, and then I couldn't work on it, because then I couldn't record. And also, I should probably mention that the reason that there isn't a lot of footage of me talking while making this video was because the 2 pieces of footage that I did make while making this video, while trying to make this video, was so long ago that I honestly do not remember what I said. And it got to the point where I was so far into the build that I think it was just better to do it the way I've already done it, as you've already seen, hopefully. And I think this format did end up making the video way more relaxing, and wait, hang on. Yep, those guys are still over there. Let me know in the comments what you want me to do with them. I could probably break their crossbows, but I mean, that guy's a problem. Ooh! Wait, you can't get their heads, can you? That's unfortunate. You can't get their heads. Oh well. If you could get Illager heads, right? Lightning charge that creeper, blow it up, got Illager heads. That sounds cool. But yeah, regardless, I'm getting distracted. Regardless, guys, next episode we'll be working on the brush strokes. Well, these are the brush strokes. We'll be adding in the finer details, making this place actually come alive, making giant tubes. We're probably gonna have to mine for so much copper, but it'll be worth it. And we're definitely gonna have to add in a lot of iron bars, and we're definitely gonna need a sign for it. So if you guys have any ideas on what I should call this place, let me know in the comments down below. I do have one idea on what I could call it. I could call it Surplus Megacore. Get it? Hang on, I'll type it for you. Surplus. Because Mumbo's is called Surplus. So, here's the thing. My idea process is, this is a blatant, not too much of a blatant, carbon copy, but I did kind of take this idea from Mumbo's... Oh, my battery's dying. But I did kind of look at Mumbo's build and go, yeah, I think this would help, and it did help. And on top of that, we do technically have Mumbo's redstone machine in here. So it would be kind of funny if I did kind of steal Mumbo's name for his thing and kind of put it on mine. It would be funny. It would be funny. I doubt he would notice, but it would be funny. Regardless, though, I will try and look at the comments to see if any of your suggestions are, better than mine. Which, let's be honest, they probably will be. Regardless, the sun is setting on this video, so let's get an end to it. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. And if this happens to be the first video that you see by me, please do consider subscribing and hit that notification bell to keep up with all my weekly shenanigans. And as always, leave in the comments what you think I should name this place, because I will be making a sign that will be put right up there. On this part, not on that part, on this part. Maybe it'll connect, I don't know. But also let me know if you have any other details that you think that if I added would probably make it look cool. So yeah, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye! I can't believe that after 3-4 weeks, maybe a month at this point of working on this, I finally have the video done. That took so long. It was kind of worth it, though. It was kind of worth it.